Hello again, everyone. 72 hours away from Saturday night's main event in San Antonio. But we've got to get through some updates with it first. Hello again, everyone. Welcome to Falls Count Anywhere on the Rhode Island Broadcasting Network. Erik Dunn here from Bridgewater, Massachusetts. Happy week of MLK Day to all of you out there as well. Certainly can't forget about that. On the itinerary, Saturday night's main event, go over the card. Raw and SmackDown takeaways, I've got 10 total. And then an update about WrestleMania this year and their partnership with TNA. Yeah, TNA. You remember how long ago? 12, 14 years ago? Everyone was hoping that WWE and TNA would join together. Yeah, well, not with Vince and Dixie Carter at the helms of the companies. Now with Triple H involved, with Nick Khan, it was fantastic. When you were five, 2004. Oh, give me a break. TNA was a joke back then. Anyway, um, yeah, TNA was just trying to get steam build up for them. All right. So you can see me every Wednesday here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. So as at 5 o'clock on Amazon, Google, Spotify, TuneIn, Red Circle, and Podbean podcasts. Follow us on our Facebook and our YouTube channels at Rhode Island Broadcasting. Also follow us on at Buy Me a Coffee at RI Broadcasting. We can help support the show. Patreon as well at RI Broadcasting to help support us. FCA, Sports Unfolded, and Go Around Daily. Excuse me. But for those that want to be an advertised sponsor, yes, an advertised sponsor, your ad is going to be read right over here. It will not only be read so people will see it, but it will be on the audio version for Spotify, Amazon, Red Circle, and many more. For those interested and wanting more information, send an email to Rodrigo at all one word, ribroadcasting.media@gmail.com. That's all one word at ribroadcasting.media@gmail.com. Ron will get you on your way, set you up with everything that you need, and help you become part of the family. Enjoy the family. All right. This broadcast of False Count Anywhere is the exclusive property of Erik Dunn Productions, Rodrigo, and Rhode Island Broadcasting for the private use of our audience in any publication, reuse, or redistribution by anyone. It's not prohibited and is given the express consent to be shared and is greatly appreciated. So let's begin with the beginning first, all right? The Raw and SmackDown takeaways. Going in order here. Number one. So the odds and ends to me with Raw. Michael Cole put a lot of heart into his latest Yeet Frenzy. KO versus Sammy at WrestleMania. It's a definite possibility. JBL's return to the table was brief but effective, but his quick wit and bad guy mentality was as entertaining as it's ever been. CM Punk easing, cashing in his favor to Paul Heyman in regards to Roman Reigns was the highlight of the second City Saints interview. Braun Breaker shouldn't lose to Sheamus at Saturday night's main event, but his confidence, arrogance in the face of Sheamus came across well. Number two, who's next? So SmackDown had a 30-minute block of action that was ingenious. 7 people involved in different situations that led to setting up a pair of future matches and advancing other situations. Start with Jimmy Uso's backstage segment as he walked to the ring to take on Carmelo Hayes. Fatu and Tonga interfered to make it a no contest, which still kept Jimmy's rivalry with Hayes unsettled. That allowed Solo to come to the ring to talk, which never happened. That led to Jacob Fatu on the mic. That led to LA Knight jumping the 2 from behind, which led to Strowman's arrival. Later, we found out that Fatu and Strowman will fight at Saturday Night's main event and Tama and Knight on SmackDown the next week. A very well thing that was done and did take up nearly 20% of the show. Pretty nice. Number 3. Is the bloodline done? Camilla Hayes was the first time Jimmy has competed against somebody not involved with the bloodline in 13 months. This has got me thinking in Zayn's most recent match was against The Miz, and on Raw Monday, he wore a plain green button-down shirt. Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga's ring attire had nothing even suggesting they were part of the bloodline. Jay has a match for the World Heavyweight Championship. Solo has showed up by himself and then left by himself during SmackDown. Rock embraced Roman at Raw's debut on Netflix, and then Reigns sent Heyman last week to declare him for the Royal Rumble match. Is the bloodlines not so slowly being phased out after what has been a long and successful run? Maybe they're taking a break before WrestleMania. Possibly. Number 4, Ultimate Troll. Kevin Owens mocking Dusty Rhodes, Rey Mysterio, and Eddie Guerrero in one program without saying a word was utter brilliance and added yet another layer to his complex persona. You have to admit, the Canadian son of a security system technician shirt may have been low-key trolling, but trolling Cody Rhodes nonetheless. That followed by the wearing of a Rey Mysterio shirt, doing the Guerrero shimmy shake before a frog splash, but somebody is entertaining. Owens is taking a stride in the Rhodes rivalry, taking him to the next level. Owens is trying and failing to manipulate Mysterio and manipulating Zayn, which may end up working on Raw a few days later to try to assure him a title shot that WrestleMania has created layers to an already complex man. I agree. Seems to be a stand-in of all the storylines. Yeah, I agree. Number 5, return of Charlotte Flair. Many thought after a year of rehabbing her surgically repaired knee, Charlotte would make some kind of shocking return, maybe at the Rumble or WrestleMania, even though the latter would be wasting a monumental opportunity for arguably the most talented female competitor for taking part in the match at Showcase of the Immortals. Instead, we got a minute prepackaged video that didn't provide much insight into where and when she returns. The immediate response from the announcers made it even more curious, and in my eyes, low key means something big's going to happen. We all would like to see the surprise run in from Charlotte, but when you have a superstar like her, you want to let everyone know where, when, and how she's returning, if nothing more than to capitalize on getting more eyeballs on the product. Fair. 6, Bailey is Raw. Nia doesn't know where to go. Number 7, just getting started. Chica Fatu's New York rise to become a main eventer. His impromptu promo with the Solo got booed out of the building on SmackDown made him look weak, and more importantly, Fatu more of a threat moving forward than the former Tribal Chief. Number 8, New Day back into the ring. That was a mess there. Number 9, Penta's era. Yeah, having Penta get involved now. Penta's now with WWE. And then number 10, another layer. As if the rivalry between Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre needed any more hype heading into the Royal Rumble and potentially a rematch of WrestleMania 41, the two competed in an incredible bout on Raw in the main event. I have to admit, I was a little puzzled to see the two main eventers battling during a mid-January Raw, especially with how much history Rollins and McIntyre have. But it all does make sense. Rollins stealing the victory on a victory roll gave the Visionary a much-needed victory. But Sammy coming to the rescue and delivering an accidental haluva kick to his friend that he seemed to make amends with early in the show left us a cliffhanger. So, interesting enough from that sense there. Now, before we go over the card for Saturday night's main event, let me give you guys some updates. WrestleMania 41 individual event tickets are available this Friday, the 24th, but the pre-sale was today at noon. The Priority Pass individual day ticket packages are now available from exclusive hospitality partner On Location. In May, WWE, in conjunction with the Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority, announced that Vegas will hold WrestleMania 41 at Allegiant Stadium April 19th and 20th. That could arguably be one of the latest WrestleManias of all time. Just for Crescent Eagles, when is Easter? Easter's the 20th. How about this for funny? WrestleMania Saturday and WrestleMania Sunday this year is going to be on the weekend of Easter and on the actual Easter. Pretty cool for that being a holiday. Anyway, just thought I'd pass that along as a funny thing here. Over the last 4 decades, WrestleMania has evolved into a made-for-television spectacle to a cultural phenomenon complete with stadium and arena events, fan festivities, and premium experiences. In addition to the two-night event, WWE will bring Raw, SmackDown, NXT Stand Deliver, and the Hall of Fame ceremony with the WWE World with Fanatics to Vegas, as well as a local outreach events of a variety. This past April, the 40th edition of WrestleMania in Philly became the most viewed and highest grossing event in company history, breaking the previous gate set by WrestleMania 39 by 78%, 145,000 in attendance over 2 nights, and WWE delivered more than $200 million in economic impact for host cities. That's some money. That's some money. And then, how about this for some cool news? WWE and TNA Wrestling has announced a multi-year partnership. WWE, part of TKO Group Holdings and TNA, one of the world's top wrestling brands and a subsidiary of Anthem Sports and Entertainment, announced a multi-year partnership creating an unprecedented crossover opportunities within WWE and TNA programming for NXT superstars and TNA wrestlers. The agreement will enable talent to garner additional exposure across key WWE and TNA programming, such as NXT, which airs live on the CW, and TNA Impact. Select pre-live events for WWE and TNA pay-per-views, in turn, bolstering their in-ring development with exposure to world-class talent and coaching. Um, Ariel Scherner, Senior Vice President of Content and Distribution for TNA and Anthem Sports and Entertainment, says, and I quote, "This historically relationship demonstrates that collaboration and competition do not have to be mutually exclusive. Our partnership allows TNA to grow with incredible athletes to reach a significantly wider audience while giving WWE and NXT an opportunity to cross the line and gain valuable experience." Cross the line. Did you remember that from the early days? The response to our collaboration over the past year has been tremendous. Both companies have benefited, but the fans have reaped the greatest rewards. We look forward to evolving our partnership and its outstanding groups of athletes by creating new opportunities to further the development of our talent and elevate the viewer experience at home with TNA, says WWE Senior Vice President of Talent Development and Creative, HBK Shawn Michaels. Very cool. TNA Impact airs on AXS TV and TNA Plus in the US. And then, of course, back in November 23, WWE and the CW announced a 5-year agreement to bring NXT to the CW. So that's what the news I got for you there. Pretty cool. Now, the card. There's 5 matches here going in order. Well, no, sorry. There's 4 matches. Stupid. Cody and KO are set for the Royal Rumble contract signing, which will be on Saturday. And guess what? It'll be held by San Antonio's own Shawn Michaels. Interesting to see how well that's going to turn out. The only stipulation is they both must sign the contract or the match will be called off, per general manager of SmackDown, Nick Aldis. And then Rhea Ripley's going to face Nia Jax. Rhea's going to defend her newly reclaimed Women's World Heavyweight Championship against Nia Jax. I'm picking Rhea in that one. She should win it. Braun Strowman versus Jacob Fatu, the monster of all monsters against the Samoan Werewolf. Braun? Maybe Braun? I wouldn't be surprised if Jacob won, but I'm going to pick Braun. Um, Braun Breaker versus Sheamus for the Intercontinental title. Hell-bent on payback after Louis Kaiser viciously assaulted him with a shillelagh during his Intercontinental Triple Threat title match at Survivor Series. Sheamus earned a hard knocks victory against his attacker back on the 13th. So if Sheamus wins this, he's a Grand Slam winner. I think if you're going to take this off of Braun, it's going to have to be a WrestleMania. It can't be done right now. So just for all intents and purposes here, I'm going to pick Braun. So that's 3. And finally, number 4, Gunter and Jey Uso for the World Heavyweight Championship. I'm going to have to pick Gunter. I love Jey. Okay? As much as I love Jey, I can't see Jey winning it right now. I think he could, but it's not going to be right now. So I have got Rhea, Braun. Yeah, so I got Rhea, Braun, Braun. Yeah. So I've got Ripley, Strowman, Breaker, and Gunter. Those are the 4 matches for Saturday Night's Main Event. So yeah, the one that Raw missed was Braun Strowman. Strowman, Stroganoff. No, Strowman and Fatu. Stroganoff. Dude, stop thinking about food. It's Strowman and Jacob Fatu. The monster of all monsters against the Samoan werewolf. Yeah, Fatu. I'm gonna pick I'm gonna pick Strowman because he's been gone for a while. I think he's gonna get a win on this one. So for next week's show, here's what's on the card. Go over that. Preview the Royal Rumble. Correct. Preview the Royal Rumble. That'll be all set and ready to go. I'll give you my predictions on the winners, and we'll give you the results of the other predictions of Saturday night's main events. So with all that being said, I don't know what will happen regarding WWE as a build-up for this, but yeah, it will be interesting on how not like they're gonna downplay this or anything, but it'll be interesting on how they can like twist it around or turn it around. Let's see what they can come up with, and let's see what they can do. That being said, on behalf of the man behind the scenes, the creator of RIB, Rodrigo, this is Erik Dunn saying so long and thank you from my home in Bridgewater, Massachusetts. This has been a presentation of Falls Count Anywhere on the Rhode Island Broadcasting Network. I'll see you guys next week. Saturday night's main event, recap it, and the Rumble. Preview it. WrestleMania tickets, as I mentioned, get ready. The pre-sale is over as of today, but they go on sale officially on Friday. It's coming soon, guys. It's coming soon. Thank you all so much for watching and listening.